Okay, what we have here is I poured a little bit of epoxy clear in these 3 cups. And I have 3 different colors of turquoise. I have Let's Resin, alcohol ink. I have a mica powder from Countertop Epoxy, Metallics, turquoise. And then I just bought a new pigment ink. It's not an alcohol ink, but it's a liquid pigment. So these are 3 different kinds of pigments here. Alcohol ink, powder, and liquid. And although this is liquid, this one's alcohol ink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ever so slightly inside of these cups. And then I'm going to mix it with a little bit of filler sand for the beach. And I have it propped up because I'm trying to get it on the edge of the blue here up against that wood. So what I'm going to do now is get these mixed up. And then we're going to put a little bit of turquoise-ish colored sand right there on the edge of the board there where it meets the water. Okay, we mixed the resin liquid pigment in there, the powder in there, and the alcohol ink in there. These look greenish. I like this one the best with the mica powder, but now what I'm going to do is mix all of them together. And actually what I forgot to do, I was going to put those seashells back there in clear, but I forgot to. Oh well, I'll do that in the next step. Anyway, let's pour these together and see what we get as we mix all 3 of these into one color here. I want to mix this, pour it into there. Actually, dang it, I forgot. It's alright. What I was going to do is mix the sand in there first so it doesn't overflow in this cup. But I'll just do that into one and then we'll mix. I don't know if that's going to mix up well. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying something new. Experimenting. It's an experience. Alright. I like this bigger popsicle stick than those smaller ones. So I'll stick that in there and we'll pull this one out. And leave that in there. And all I did was 1 drop of each color in its own respective container. That way I wouldn't overpower it because I just wanted to ever so slightly make it light. And what I'll do is I'll pour a little bit. Actually, I need a lot of sand in here. So we're going to pour this in here. All right, here, one of y'all mix that up. I'm talking to one of my kids that are off camera. And then I'm going to pour some in here and mix this up. Actually, you know what? Let me mix this color up first. And we're going to have to mix them all together if we can. Mix this up in here. Yeah, I knew that was going to really fill that cup up. Oh yeah, sounds squishy. Squishy, nasty. There we go. It's all sandy. And this is really just get the sand from being able to move around, so once it cures up, it won't be moving. And I just wanted to tint so slightly in there. So it looks like, it almost looks like oatmeal.
That's what Kaden just said.
Anybody want some oatmeal? Do not eat this. This is not healthy to eat. Jeez, let me see how thick that is. That, I don't know if that's going to fit in there. We'll try and see what it looks like. Mix it up in here. I'm going to use 1 cup to just pour the whole thing out. It may or may not fit. It might just fit. I'm going to, I need a bigger cup, but I don't have one. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm trying to make sure I don't spill all this. This is money right here, boy. Epoxy ain't cheap. Okay, that's good enough there. I'm going to carefully and cautiously mix that up and then get it poured out onto the board up there. I think the sand really put a lot of bubbles in there. And then what I might do is pour a little bit more sand on the top, so whatever sticks in there will stick but not be covered. And then whenever the board is dry, I will just dust off whatever's loose and doesn't stick to it. I wanted some stuck in liquid though. Like I said, I'm just experimenting, I'm playing around, trial and error, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and we'll see if this works. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay. Alright, I need a cameraman over here to grab the camera so y'all can watch me pour this out. Alright, here we go. I'm just trying to get it in the crevice where that corner is. And that's all I need. But I have all this extra. What will I ever do with it? I'll show you. So I always pour extra. I didn't know how much it would need. But if you watched the last video, this was made with the leftover color. So we'll use this as a backer on this cross here. I hope I have enough to get all this out across here. I think there's enough, but I'm just going to have to force it out because it's all stuck inside the cup. Ooh, sandy. This I really got to manipulate around. Drip drop. Clearly I'm not going to worry about bubbles on these ones. Why is it cackling laughing over there? Jeez.
It's my fault. What happened?
Stuff is hard to get out.
Shaky camera over here.
And we'll heat it up with the torch just so I can get this stuff to move around a little bit easier. Like I said, I've never done this before. I'm just trying my best and experimenting. I'll leave that right there. Let me get this done.
It's not that fun.
I'm not doing this to pop bubbles. I'm doing this just to get the epoxy to move a little bit easier so I can level it out and there's not be no lumpy clumps in it. Now I know what it's like for a turtle to be stampeding through mud. A lot of the bubbles are popping though. I think I can get this thing liquefied enough to get it moved around. Oh, I gotta.
Bring that back down.
Okay, yeah, let's push this downwards. Push some over there. Get some push back over here. I wonder what would be kind of cool, putting alcohol inks on the back side of this. Or if I should just leave it alone and leave it rocky. But what I need to do is move this because I don't like what I see over here. Move that back out some because it's leaking up too far. Actually, just pull that all the way out. I gotta put these seashells in there. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Let me clean that off. Just get these clamps out of there. So I don't want that up that high. There we go. And I think by hitting this with the torch, everything that you see that's foamy, white, those are bubbles. Which is okay in here for now because I'm just going to be putting bubbles in there later. Not bubbles, but white foam to make it look like waves crashing. But what I'm about to do is pour some more of this sand in there to make it look like it's sitting in there. I think I will play with alcohol inks on this in just a minute. Or right now, where is it? That's the alcohol ink. I'm gonna just try this, see how it turns out. It's greenish though. I'll put some blues in there to kind of darken this back up. It's not going to go very far and deep because of the little rocks that are under it. Sand pieces, yeah. They feel like rocks. Let me grab a blue real quick to add to that. Something that's lighter in color. And I know I need to get a white, which is a sinker. And then it usually pops out a pretty cool color. Put some blues up in here. I'm just hitting the edges. And then the cool effect happens when you put the sinker in there, which is the white. You gotta shake it up because it gets settled down. Check this out. I don't know if that's like turquoise-ish or not, but a little bit more bluish in color. I'm just going to use this. It's kind of cool looking. There we go. Ish. Oh. I didn't realize the camera was rolling. Sorry about that. But you saw what I was doing. I'm just adding some more blue in this one. To make it look like an actual like cross on the back of it, even though this is the back of the cross. And that's it. I just ran out of the blue. Nope, no more blue. I think I'm gonna sink it too. This reminds me of that hydro dipping. Why they put those colors in. Oh, I'm out of white too. I think there's an extra white in here though. Yeah. Leave it at that. And I'm going to take some of the sand up here. Let's pour some a little bit. Out here on the beach. That's really getting everywhere in there. There we go, some more sands out there on the beach. I'm gonna get my fingers dirty with that epoxy. I don't want to do that. So we'll slide these over. I had to put another little block under there that I took from up here. Because the other one set it up too high. This one seems right about right. And I'm just playing around with it. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't want to do that. Let me put a glove on. Where's my gloves? There they go. Of course, this doesn't work like I expected it to, because why would it? You want things to go your way, and they don't. Rarely, ever. Try and get all that loose sand off the top. Because what I'd still like to do is put some of these seashells in there. But they are not covered in epoxy. I'd like to get them sunken in there tonight though, and not have to do them tomorrow. There we go. That looks pretty good. Take this float back off. Don't need that no more. And there we have it. You got a little beach with actual like sand on it. Well, art sand. And they have us this turquoise lookish back with a cross, but I'm gonna see what I can do about putting these seashells on here. If I can just get them shoved in there somehow with the wet epoxy that's in there. Get some of that wet stuff here. I'll put that one right in there. I'll get this wet one. Put them up there. I just hope like on the next layer of pour there's not too many bubbles that come out of those. I'll get this little guy. Put it right there. This one a little bit. Right in there. And turn that one a little bit. And this little bitty cute thing. Right in there. There we go. Little beach scene. Got some seashells in there. That Sally sold by the seashore. That's so stupid. So earlier I had this bucket on the rail that was up here, upside down to drip, and it got in here. So there's some drips, but the next layer is going to cover that up, and you won't really see that. And it might actually kind of make the waves look really cool. But there we have it. Now we got some seashells in there as well. Anyway, cross is going to look pretty good. There we go. Nice. All right, that's it for now. Tune in for the next one to see the next step. Thanks for watching. Peace.